What's up, Brian 4755? I'm currently in my promo series to get into Diamond. So I'm Plat 1 right now, trying to get into Diamond. But what I'm trying to say is, not so much when you accept the fact that you can't win a game, I'm not saying you surrender, okay? While that might be good in a way of trying to just move on to the next match, just boom, we're going to lose this game no matter what, I do not believe you should ever surrender. You should basically always try to force them to kill your Nexus. Make them close you out. Don't give them a free win. Because even if they're up by an inconceivable amount of gold, pressure, stuff like that, throws happen all the fucking time. I'm not saying it's going to happen every time, but you can't win any game through throws if you surrender the second you get behind. You have a 0% win chance of winning a game if you forfeit the second things get bad. And thank you very much, Brian. What rank are you currently? Just curious. So I'm just saying, just for a peaceful mind right there, even though we knew we were getting our asses kicked, and that they're 20-2 and 8, I really was going to just murder Kalista and I, we kept playing. Kalista kept trying to forfeit, but all four of us would just say no, because hey, who knows? Maybe we catch someone out of position, and we kill two people fast, and we have pressure on one side, and Irelia doesn't have teleport. Sure, she can still push a lane endlessly without anyone stopping her, but then they can't stop us from pushing our own objectives, and maybe we can equalize things and slowly get to the point that we can make some plays, get some advantages, or at least not so much advantages, but take advantages away from them. So if I can have this game be anything for you guys, be very graceful when it comes. Dude, no need to frown about Gold 5. Dude. No need to be upset about Gold 5. Gold 5 is not a bad place, alright? I was a gold player once. I felt good about being gold. Because on the deep down inside, we're all thankful we're not bronze. That's where we all are. At least I'm not bronze. And yeah, I was bronze before too. Granted, the last time I was bronze was Season 1. And then I got up to gold at the end of that year. And since then, I've been kind of climbing tier by tier every single year since then. But there's nothing wrong with gold, honestly. Turn that frown upside down. Wow, that was gay sounding. Be happy about where you are. But honestly, whenever you have a chance in a game when your team morale is fucking plummeting, and everyone's just saying, oh my god, forfeit, we have a feeder, we can't win this. Yes, you can. All you need to do is wait for the other team to fuck up. Now, that might not happen. It might take 4 games. And the 4th game, you finally win a game you should not win. But if you just forfeit, you're not going to get that win. So always play it out to the end to the best of your abilities. Try to keep a level head. No, there's nothing wrong with getting upset, passionate, a little bit salty and everything, as long as you use it in a positive manner and be like, you know what? That fucking sucks. But try to look at it more, look at it in perspective from your teammates instead of yourself. What were they seeing that you weren't? What were you seeing that they weren't? And try to figure out, alright, what could I have done differently? More than, my god, my team should have done something completely fucking different. Maybe you should look at something differently as well. So whenever you get heated, salty, upset, and you feel like you want to surrender, think what you can do to try to improve things. Dude, alright, I'll give you a very simple solution then. If your roaming is terrible, don't pick roaming mids. Pick mids that can just power shove like a monster. And if you go on tilt easy, that's very understandable. I mean, I don't know really what you can really do to fix that besides whenever you go on tilt, like a bad game, take 5-10 minutes to just de-stress, whether it's playing another game like Hearthstone or something like that, just something completely different to get your mind off of it. Or actually take 5 to 10 minutes going, what could I have done differently? Why did I go on tilt? What caused the tilt? And a lot of times it's a matter of just playing blind vision. Like, there are a number of times I get upset because I get ganked, even though my opponent walked through a fucking ward that I planted myself, but I was too tunnel visioned on the farm. So, I mean, try to put it to the best of your advantage. But I'm saying, if your roaming is terrible, don't try to roam. Play mid laners that will punish your opponents for roaming. Pick people like, just think of a few examples. Pick Malzahar. Pick Morgana. Now that I understand, sometimes you always want to try to be heroic and try to save a dying comrade, like, don't worry, I will save you! Sometimes you just need to be like, that bitch is dead. I'm gonna back up so they don't get me too. Sometimes you have to let them die. Okay, so if you play LeBlanc, LeBlanc's a champion that actually has decent wave play if you max your, I don't know the name of the jump ability. I don't play her enough, so I apologize. But as long as you can pressure that way, maybe this is what you should do. Braum is here to save the day. Splat. Maybe, and I'm just spitballing here. Maybe instead of having an ignite in your lane as LeBlanc, maybe just run a teleport instead. Sure, you'll have a little bit less kill pressure in your lane, but still, if you're able to constantly still clear that wave with just like a freaking, like you can literally just double dash, kill the whole wave, and back up nice and safe, and just focus on keeping your lane pressured. Keep your mid laner focused, and their jungler focused on you. So therefore, you don't have to roam, because they're having to roam against you to try to stop you. And as LeBlanc, you're fairly safe, because you can always dash to safety if they try to fuck with you. But with running teleport then, you don't need to be like, should I go bot to try to help? Should I go to top? Should I go to the jungle? Maybe just run teleport and be like, oh fuck, there's a fight going on. Click. There's your roam. Be a reactive roamer rather than proactive. Because a lot of times, when it comes to players struggling with roaming, it's because they don't know where to go or when to go. And they're just trying to go like, well, I'm pushing my lane, my opponent went back, I guess I should try to gank bottom. Should you? Do they have wards in the river? Would they know that you left your lane? Is their bot lane even there for you to try to show up for a gank? Sometimes you need to be like, alright, I have free pressure in mid lane right now, their mid went back, or I just killed them. Their bot lane is still there, but their Lee Sin, let's say their jungler's Lee Sin, their jungler and top lane are up top right now trying to get some action. Maybe at that point, you try to go invade in their jungle, and not saying trying to kill minions, but maybe you try to set up some wards in there, set up some vision, so that you have free knowledge of where they are in that half of the jungle, and vice versa. If they're in like stacked bottom side, but the top side is pretty open, try to set a vision there. So this way you can use that vision and knowledge, be like, oh, I got my lane shoved and everything, their mid laner is hovering on a turret, I'm going to go off this brush, and look, their jungler is trying to do red buff and half health. You sneak up, force a summoner, maybe kill him, do something that way. So, I mean, it's not so much of trying to be more reactive with your roam rather than proactive. But in order to be reactive, you have to be proactive with vision, I guess. So, always just try to look at the map when you have an instance where you know, alright, I have no pressure mid because I'm already shoving and their mid laner is dealing with it or dead or recalled. Look at the map and just say, alright, which side of the map has the most people right now? If it's top lane, rotate yourself bot and get vision. If it's bottom lane, well, take yourself top and get vision. And try to play LeBlanc not so much as an impact on the actual side lanes, but impact the mid and the jungle. So impact the heart of the team. The people who are supposed to roam. If you can keep them from roaming, you don't need to roam them. And I think that's going to be my thoughts on that for right now. I think it's actually been a while since I've done a monologue like that. I apologize if that was